If you're thinking about moving to Panama City Beach, one of the biggest questions people have is, what does it cost to live there? Well, I've moved a couple times in my life, and when I go to look at other people's videos about what it costs to live in certain areas, I've even looked at some people's videos about this very topic here in Panama City Beach. I noticed some of the people who did the videos don't even live here. They're just people trying to create content, and they live in other areas. And people always use averages. So today I'm going to give you what my real numbers are to live in this house in Panama City Beach. I'm going to show you what my actual budget looks like. And maybe this will be helpful for you if you're trying to figure out what it costs to live here. Okay, just in case we've never met before, my name is Jeff. I'm a real estate agent here in Panama City Beach. I love Panama City Beach so much, I moved here twice. That's right, I moved here and I lived here for about 8 years. And then I left and I moved to the Virgin Islands for 3 years. And then we moved back and I've been back for about a year now. So I know what it's like to move here because I've done it twice. So if you're thinking about the move, I'm a great person to listen to for resources and to help you out. So let's talk about the numbers today. Let's talk about what it actually costs to live here. These numbers I'm going to give you are from my wife and I. A little bit of background here. We live in a 2,100 square foot house. It's got 4 bedrooms. We're 1 block off of the beach. We live in the middle of Panama City Beach, right next to Pier Park. So you can kind of think about that depending on what you're looking to buy. If you're looking to buy a condo, your numbers are going to look a little bit different. But if you're looking to buy a single family house in the roughly 2,000 square foot margin, 2,000 square foot area, this should be helpful for you as far as things like power bills, insurance, taxes, that kind of thing. So let's just jump right into the numbers here. Now, obviously, I've averaged out some of my own numbers. I'm not using statistical averages, but like our grocery bill obviously is different every month. So let's start there. Our average grocery bill for the two of us here in town is about $800 a month. We mostly shop at Publix and Walmart, and we'll hit the Winn-Dixie. We like to hit the buy one, get one free offers. We're sort of frugal. We're not like coupon clippers, but we do like to watch for the deals. Just for instance, our August spending, I just looked at it before I did this video, it was $650. So that was a low month for us, but on average, I would say we're between $700 and $750 probably for our grocery spending. The next category that I have on the list here is bar and restaurants. We don't go out to eat for dinner a lot, or we don't do a lot of lunches. We mostly eat lunches in the house. And we like to hit happy hours where we go out and get like a light dinner and a couple of cocktails earlier. And so we sort of are with the oldie moldy crowd a little bit, and we hit the early bird specials every now and then. But that's how we like to do it. So we spend about $200 to $250 a month on restaurants. We spent about $250 last month. I put $300 into my numbers when I total this up because I want to estimate a little bit on the high side. And at $300, if we go hit a happy hour and we split an entree or we split an appetizer and we both have 2 or 3 glasses of wine, we're usually about $20, $25 plus a tip. You do that once or twice a week, you can get to $300 a month pretty quick in this town. So I'm going to put $300 a month for eating out, bars, restaurants, all lumped into one. The next one is our power bill on this house. We just did a remodel on this house and we put new windows in the back of the house. I didn't put new windows in the front of the house, which I'm regretting. These windows are horrible in the front. But we put new insulation in the ceiling and we did a pretty good job buttoning this house up and making it pretty energy efficient. So my power bills this summer have been running, even as hot as it was this summer, running the AC, we've been running about $150 a month for our AC, for our electrical bill. We don't have a swimming pool. There's just the two of us. So I actually put it into my figures at 175. Like I said, they've been fluctuating. Last month was 150, but the month before that, it was about 200. So we're going to say 175 for our power bill in this house. The next thing is our water bill. Since we are in the city limits, we are on city sewer and city water. So we don't have a we don't have a septic tank. Some of my other properties, my rental properties, I do have a septic tank. So in this house, we're on city sewer, city water. So we get charged when the water comes in and we get charged when the water goes out. And it runs about $95. We get the bill every 2 months. So I put in $45 a month for our water bill. Next is our internet provider. If you're going to work from home, you may need some big fancy super duper internet. We just have sort of a regular internet package here. We pay $40 a month. I upload these YouTube videos and things, and it's fast enough for that. So $40 a month is what we pay for our internet. The next one is our cell phones. Now I put $50 a month on here because not everybody's cell phone plan is going to be the same. You probably know what your cell plan is. My wife just switched over to Mint Mobile, and she pays $15 a month or $20 a month for her cell phone. I'm going to switch over to that probably pretty soon myself. So that'll put us close to $50 a month for our cell phones. So for two people's cell phones, I put $50 a month in. You should check out that Mint Mobile if you haven't. It's a pretty good deal.
Not sponsored. I'm just giving y'all just nuggets of wisdom here.
Health insurance, this is going to be a big one. You probably know what your health insurance is already. It probably won't change once you move to Florida. So my wife pays for her own insurance. She just retired this year, and so she's paying $485 a month for her insurance. I don't pay for my insurance right now. I have another job that pays for my insurance. I'm a little bit older than she is, so I'm going to probably start paying for my own insurance in the pretty near future. So I just estimated a little bit higher than hers. So to get the numbers rounded out here, I put my insurance at $550 a month. The $485 is my wife's actual insurance. So if you're moving here and you're quitting a job and you're gonna be paying your own insurance, to give you an idea, and it's gonna be based on income and other things, age, whatever. So that's roughly what our health coverage is at right now. We do have good health care. There's a hospital right here in Panama City. There's quite a few little urgent cares that have been popping up out on the beach here. So health care is good here, I would say. Luckily, we haven't had to use it very much. Car insurance is the next one. My wife and I share a Subaru. It's a newer car. We're just down to one car since we moved back from the Virgin Islands. We decided to try it out since neither one of us has to go to an office or anything. It's been working fine for the last year. So we have one car. It's a newer Subaru, and we pay $125 a month for our car insurance with a clean driving record. So if you have 500 tickets and you like to race cars, it might be a little bit higher. Or if you have a Ferrari, it might be a little bit higher. But a reasonable mid-size sedan car with two people, that's what we pay for insurance. And I threw in a miscellaneous category. These are the things you buy that you don't need on Amazon, or when you go to Ross or Marshall's or the fishing store, or you're picking up things you don't really need. I put $200 a month for all that kind of crap that you buy you don't need. And I put in another $200 for entertainment. You could lump into here subscriptions like Netflix or Hulu. We have a subscription to the movie theater. We can go see like 3 movies per month. So if you go to the movies, or if you rent a boat, or if you go golfing, or you play putt-putt golf, entertainment, I put $200 a month for our entertainment expenses. And that gives us a grand monthly total of $2,970, which is $36,300 per year. Okay, so this doesn't have a housing cost associated with it. This is all of this is your wants and your needs, I think, pretty much of what you need to spend per month. So I'll talk a little bit about housing expenses. Obviously, whether you get a mortgage, you don't get a mortgage, all those things are going to be different. I'm shooting this video in the beginning of September 2023. So I'll tell you what my taxes and my insurance bill for this house are, and then you can calculate. I'm sure you're smart enough, if you're watching this video, that you can go online and get a mortgage calculator and calculate what your mortgage would cost at today's interest rates, whatever day you're watching this. So my insurance, my homeowner's insurance, plus my wind insurance. We have hurricane insurance. People call it hurricane insurance, but technically it's wind insurance. So you have your regular insurance, which covers your house for fires or damage or whatever, tree falls on it. And then you have a separate coverage for wind, if the wind blows your roof off or blows your windows in. So my total of all of my homeowner's insurance runs me about a little over $6,000. We'll just call it $6,000. We'll round it to $6,000. And then my taxes on this house are running me about $3,200 per year. Again, this is about a 2,200 square foot house, and I'm one block off of the beach, and I'm right next to Pier Park. So I'm in the city limits, one block off the beach, 2,200 square foot house. So $6,000 a month for my insurance. When I bought this house 6 years ago, it was probably $1,800 or $2,000. So it's gotten a lot more expensive. But that's the truth about what's going on here in Florida. Our insurance is getting more expensive. If we have a bad hurricane season, I think these rates could go up. So if that's pushing it for your budget, you got to factor that into the budget. My taxes have slowly been going up too, as property values have been going up. So I also have flood insurance on this house before I give you the grand total. I also have flood insurance on this house. I'm in a flood zone X. But I do pay for flood insurance because I do have a lake in my backyard, and because I'm right across the street from the beach. I could get storm surge. I could come into the lake. So I pay $850 a month for my flood insurance. So if you add up my $36,300 for my living expenses, plus $850 for my flood insurance, plus $6,000 for my homeowner's insurance, plus $3,200 for my taxes, that gives you a grand total of, drumroll, $46,350. That's what it cost me to live in this house. Now that doesn't include my mortgage payment. I do have a mortgage on this house. So you can factor your mortgage on top of that. My mortgage is about $22,000. So my total cost is close to 60 grand. And that's what it cost me to live in this house. So depending on if you're moving here for a job, or moving here to work remotely, or moving here to be retired, that, my friend, is what it's going to cost you to live in this town. If you want me to do a more specific video about retiring here and some of the sort of amenities and things for retired persons, since we're getting to that age myself, leave me a comment down below. And if you're coming from somewhere cheaper or more expensive, leave me a comment down below too. I'd love to see what kind of a budget you're dealing with in other parts of the country and compare them to what it costs to live here. Maybe even make a note of like, oh my gosh, your power bill is so cheap, or your water is so expensive, or whatever. It'd be fun to compare. Let's have a discussion. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that so you get more information about living here or investing here in Panama City Beach. I do videos about investment properties here as well. I myself own a duplex that I rent long-term and 3 properties that I rent short-term here in Panama City Beach. I also have one in Puerto Rico. So I know what I'm talking about. I've been selling real estate here for 10 years. I own 6 properties here. So that's the kind of person you want to listen to, somebody that's actually doing it if you want to buy investment properties or live here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.